What's going on, guys? It's your boy MayFlwr, and as always, hope all you guys are having a great day. I'm finally back from the dead, trying to make some videos for you guys. But this video is going to be a little bit different. Usually before I start a video, I kind of, look through my comments and see like what the most popular suggestion is. But for this one, I just saw a comment that was from like one guy, and he was like, yo, how about you try some Future Garage? And I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. So shout out to that one guy. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to try to lay down some type of like Future Garage type track. I don't even know who coined that genre name. I just know, Virtual Riot is definitely popularized it in the last couple of years. So I'm definitely going to try to, produce in his style for this. But this genre in general, it's kind of like a mashup of a whole bunch of genres anyways. So I think either way it's going to be fun or interesting to see what we can come up with. So yeah, we're going to try to lay down some Virtual Riot style Future Garage. So let's go. All right, here we go, boys. Headphones on. To be honest, I really haven't experimented too much in this genre. So this is pretty much gonna be like a theory. But yeah, I think we can do something. So from doing a little bit of research, I figured out that the most popular BPM for this genre is gonna be around 140, so we're gonna go with that. And I think we're gonna start out with the drums, just because that's a pretty unique part of this genre. There's a lot of Foley samples and really intricate drum patterns, just to give it that really underground vibe. So in preparation for this video, I did record a box of buttons and me rattling some clothes hangers. So I guess we can start out with these bad boys. That is a quality box of buttons right there. Now I gotta figure out how this kick pattern goes. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got it. This is one of the kick patterns you can use. Yeah, now I can start, scrubbing through these Foley samples I recorded and, try to find some cool little clicks here and there. Here we go, dragging a little pre-made drum and bass loop between me and you guys. You didn't see anything. And I just spent a little bit of time just sampling out individual clicks with the little hangers. And I made this weird little pattern inside the sampler, so now I can use this on top of what I already had, so it's kind of cool. Coming together now, boys. Alright, cool. Now we have a little drum loop. And honestly, for my first time doing it, that did not turn out half bad. And that is how you do it, boys. You just go for it. Cool, I think we nailed, the Foley kind of underground burial vibes we were going for. I'm putting the hat on. These headphones are killing me. There we go. That's more like it. So now I'm going to start working on that kind of ethereal vibe we're going for. So I'm going to start out just by using one of my favorite MayFlwr presets, which is Ambient Space Piano. This has a really nice sound and reverb that we're looking for, so I'm just going to start out with this. So for making the chords for this genre, I think minor chords are going to work a lot better than major. So I'm just going to go with D minor since I know this one. Looks like this right here. If you got, wait, hang on, I probably need to stop moving it. Right there, if you guys wanted to see it. I'm going to start out with the bass line first, since that's kind of a driving part of this genre. Even if you don't know how to make like full chord progressions, I think it's really easy to hear how a bass line's supposed to go. If you don't know where to start, pick a scale and just make a bass line, Start simple. Since we have a scale here, I'm just gonna try to make some type of arp out of this. I kind of like that sound. And now that we have an arp, which is kind of a weird thing to do first, I guess we could start moving these around and trying to make some type of chord progression. Switch these around. There we go. Wait, we need some movement on that. Let's chop them up. Alright, cool. So we now have a pretty solid drum loop, a weird little arp, and a chord progression. So that's basically going to be the foundation for this entire song. Well, this over here. What better sample pack to use than the old Virtual Riot? Even if it's like a little uplifter or maybe like a drum build-up, I always like putting something in the beginning just so I can listen to it with reference. And now I'm going to add some low end. I'm pretty sure I've made this exact same bass in like 2 other videos. Don't remember what they were off the top of my head, but basically it's this 16 voices, boom, low pass it. Throw some effects on there, make it a little bit wider, and there you go. Now, if I was just making this track on my own free time, this is kind of the point to where, you'd either throw it in the trash or just start trying literally random stuff. So that's, yeah, it's pretty much what I'm going to do. Deep house pluck bass thing, why the freak not? Okay, well that's like 3 bases on top of each other. I have like 5 serums open right now. But you know what, boys? We're going to keep working, even though It's a little bit unorthodox. I really like this sound right here. It's kind of like 80s synthwave-like. I think it'll fit pretty well. And that entire time we were producing, we did not have a sidechain on, so let me fix that. Ah, okay, there we go. I knew something was wrong. Sub-bass channel, as you can hear down here on these deep notes. If you're listening on a phone, you probably couldn't hear that. But yeah, if you go down here, you get some pretty low notes, as you would for a sub-bass. But if you go super high, you get some pretty cool little plucks. So I'm just gonna keep that as a constant going across. And hopefully that sounds cool in context to the song. And just to make sure I'm not veering off track, I'm gonna double check the criteria for this genre. All right, pitched vocal chops, we can do that easy. Warm filtered respaces, already did it. Dark atmospheres, kinda. And vinyl crackle, okay. And here we got teachers saying Wikipedia is an unreliable source. What a shame. Oh yeah. DJ, producer, samples, classic phrases, and skits. All right, sounds like a winner. Are you really ready for... I have no idea when or why I downloaded that, but it works. Are you really ready for... So lastly, I'm going to try to add in some of those atmospheric vocal chops that you hear in all the Virtual Riot Future Garage tracks. So I have a vocal here. It's just from like a EDM acapella pack or something like that. Gonna keep on searching for love. And right off the bat, you know, it's off key. So we got to fix it. And I think it'll be a cool tip to show you guys. So we're going to go into this little panel right here and we're going to be adjusting the pitch. And you can see up there in this top corner, you can see how much it's changing by. So you got to listen with your ears. So let's go 100 down. Gonna keep on looking, gonna keep on searching. That's off. I'm trying to go with 100 up. Gonna keep on looking, gonna keep on searching for... That is off too. So let's try 200 cents. And each time I'm going by 100 because that's how you go up the scale. If you keep going, you know, around this pitch knob by 100, you'll eventually get it right if you're listening correct. So now let's go to 200. Gonna keep on looking, gonna keep on searching for love. And there we go, we got it. It's that easy. Pretty much how I do vocal chops. I just lay down the acapella and kind of scrub through it. If it's really giving me a hard time, I'll put it in the Slice X, but for the majority of the time, I'm just literally scrubbing through with the cursor, trying to find cool spots. I kind of like that vocal chop. This one right here, it's kind of like in the middle of the kick and the snare, so it's kind of offbeat, so I don't know, it kind of doesn't make sense, but it's kind of just like another instrument rather than a vocal chop anyways, so I think it'll be just fine when we throw some reverb on it and whatnot. A little bit of gross beat for all you beat producers out there. This is honestly turning out kind of cool. What I do with a lot of my vocal chops, there's this really cool plugin by Polyverse called Manipulator, which lets you change the formants by this one knob. And if you don't know what formant does, Skrillex actually uses it a lot in his tracks. If I just play it right here and start messing around with it, you could probably just think of Skrillex in your mind. So I just make an automation out of that, and I just move it up and down, you know, by a little bit. You don't want to go too high. You don't want it to sound like a chipmunk or anything. So if you just use it like that, you can have really cool little formant shifts. So there we have it. I just went through and rearranged all of it, kind of, because most of it was on pattern 3 for some reason. Yeah, you know, I think we kind of veered away from making, you know, a traditional Future Garage track. Now we have this weird thing, which is, it's kind of cool. Maybe we didn't nail, you know, the genre on the head, but, you know, it's still kind of fun. You know, that's kind of the fun part of making music. You try to make one thing and then you come up with another. But I did think we hit, you know, some of the core elements, you know. Yeah, you get the idea. But, you know, I kind of like it. So, yeah, I guess that's enough talking. I'm just going to let you guys hear the track, hear what we came up with. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Are you really ready for some? Thank you, because
thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said before, pretty much just one guy suggested this video, and I saw it. So if you guys have any more suggestions you want to make, just tell me in the comments. And I try to read all of them, so I probably will get around to it eventually. Also, if you guys want to, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll put a link down here. If you ever want to see anything early or see what I put on my stories, I always do like crazy sound design stuff every day. Yeah, just follow me on there, you know, DM me, say what's up, whatever. I'm always down to talk to people, answer questions and stuff like that. But anyways, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And yeah, whenever this video finishes, you know, exit out of the internet and go produce some tracks of your own. Have some fun. Follow your dreams. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.